I'm Murph.
And I'm Lee.
And we're from the Beefy Boys, and today we are doing smash patties versus thick patties. All right, yeah, so, smash patties versus thick patties.
So what exactly is a smash patty, Murph?
I'm glad you asked. A smash patty is it's the way that, like in diners in America in sort of like the 30s, 40s, 50s, you know, way back when, would have originally done burgers. They would have literally just got meat, smashed it super thin on the grill, so it's pretty much just, you know, crust, flipped it over, and then done it. So you're talking about a really thin patty, a little bit like, you know, what you get from McDonald's or something like that. So obviously we're the Beefy Boys. When we first started, we've always used to be doing sort of thick patties, you know, which is, you know, it's nice, juicy, a little bit pink in the middle. But now we're relaunching our menu, and we want to give our customers the option to have either a smash patty, where it's nice and thin, or a thicker patty. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to try them both and see what we reckon. See which one you prefer, see which one I prefer. Maybe you like them both. You know. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No, well, put meat in my mouth, man.
Meat in your mouth. Wow. Okay, let's do it. Right, so first of all, we're going to get on bun toasting. I know you toasted a few buns in your time. Actually, this one needs cutting. Can you cut that one?
Give it a go, yeah.
For me. Right, so the two different burgers we're going to do today. For the thick patties, we're going to do our Dirty Boy, which basically has dirty mayo, which has some pickle in it, mayonnaise. We've got some sriracha, some Worcestershire sauce, some other sort of secret things we can't really talk about. But yeah, that's all sort of in there. So that's going to be the sauce on both. So the Dirty Boy is going to be dirty mayo, the beef patty, American cheese, and then we're going to have some dirty onions over there as well. So what I want you to do first of all, Lee, is if you can spread some butter on these and then go and toast these off.
Okay. We're
going to do all 4 buns. Can I trust you to spread that?
I'll try my best.
Okay, don't muck it up. We've only got 4 buns with us.
Right.
So right over here, guys, we've got some dirty onions. We chop our onions up fine, and then we cook them down with beef dripping. So it's beef dripping, garlic, a little bit of thyme, some brown sugar, and some salt. And then you sweat them down for ages until they're all sort of caramelised and sort of lovely. A little bit like the sort of onions you get at the fairgrounds, but way better than that. And the sort of the beef dripping in there gives them a real sort of beefy sort of flavour. So that's going to be in the Dirty Boy. And then for the thin patties, the smash patties, we're going to do a new burger that we got on the menu called the OG Boy. Now, the OG Boy sort of stands for onion and gherkin, but it also stands for original gangster. You done with your street lingo, Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's your favourite bit of street patois?
You put me on the spot now, Murph. Well, the one you just said, I reckon.
What? Original gangster?
Yeah.
Do you use that phrase often?
Once or twice a day.
Yeah. Give me in what sort of context?
Anthony Murphy is an original gangster.
Brilliant. Yeah, you won't get any argument with me there, Lee. Okay, so yeah, so the OG Boy is pretty much, the idea was to recreate something which was similar to the old burgers from the sort of like 40s and 50s. So literally, it's just onion and gherkin, but we're going to do it with a bit of Dirty Boy mayo today as well. But it's quite nice to have it on its own as well. But you're not a fan of gherkin, are you, Lee?
No, I absolutely hate it. I don't think I'm alone in this either. I know you like to make fun of me, but I think, you know, maybe like 10% of the population would be with me as like absolutely hating it.
Yes, I'd say you're probably right there from, you know, seeing people asking for us to take the gherkin out. I mean, the bizarre thing is, for those of us that do like it, I mean, I love a bit of gherkin in a burger. I think it's one of the things that makes it. It's one of the things, because you got that vinegriness that just cuts through, you know, all the meat and sort of the cheese and everything, so. Yeah,
well, I mean, I just don't like the texture of it, I don't like the taste of it. You know, I've been known to retch, well.
Yeah? Yeah. So do you want me to make yours with gherkin or without?
Well, I mean, what do you think is going to be the most entertaining?
Well, I want you to enjoy it, so I want you to talk about which patty you prefer, really.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe I'll make yours without gherkin, but then maybe you could have a bite of mine for camera. And see it. So that's a nice toast on there. Spreading the butter on is a really good way of sort of toasting it. Whenever you're making a burger, always toast the bun. It provides like a layer of protection from all the sort of juice and sauce you're going to put on there. Right, so it's always a good thing to do. I mean, interesting, because these 2 burgers are 2 of the more recent ones that we've come up with. I mean, we've been cooking burgers for a long time now, haven't we? I mean, almost 10 years that we've been doing the Beefy Boys for. And what I've found in sort of like the last year or so is that actually it's the more simple burgers that I actually enjoy a lot more. I think you get a lot of people out there who do overcomplicate a burger, you know, chuck in loads of random sort of things on top. Do you know what I mean? I think really with a burger, what you're after is something, you know, simple, that's done really well, but it's really, really nice. Because that's how they started, that's what they were. So we've got a nice sort of toast on there. So first of all, we're going to hit it up with dirty mayo. You all right with dirty mayo on yours?
I am, even though it has blitzed up gherkin in it.
It does, yeah. But yeah, it is an amazing sauce. I'm really going to sort of love it. It's probably my favourite one that we do actually at the moment.
Is it?
Yeah. There's something about, I can never pronounce it. I always call it sriracha, but I know it's sriracha, or how do you say it, Lee?
Well, we all say sriracha in the kitchen.
We do.
We hang around together, but it is sriracha, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But I think we never knew how to say it, did we? No. But it's a bit like chipotle, like nobody actually knows how to pronounce it. So I'm going to do yours without gherkin, Lee. So here's the first one. I'm going to do mine with, obviously. So which one do you think you're going to prefer, Lee? The smash patty or the thick patty?
I do like a rare burger, so the pink in the middle for me is key sometimes. So I'm going to speculate that the pink patty.
Yeah, I'm not too sure because I've never tried one up against each other, and I do like them both. They're very different sort of experiences, really. One thing I find you usually get with a nice thick patty is you get that juice that comes out of it, whereas with the smash patties you don't get so much juice, but you do get crust. Yeah,
well, I do have a smash patty sometimes to sort of mimic the like a higher class McDonald's or whatever.
Exactly, it is that McDonald's-y dinery sort of thing. So
yeah,
I think the first thing we're going to cook then, let's do the thick ones because they take a little bit longer. The smash patties are so quick to cook, but we'll do the thick ones first. So over here we've got our flat top. 100% the best way to cook a burger always is on a flat top griddle. I mean, you can do it over bars and that, but you're not going to get as good a quality burger as you will cooking it on a flat top. So I'm just going to oil it up ever so slightly. What we got here, you can rely on the fats in the meat to do this anyway, but we've got a bit of beef dripping from the dirty onion, so I'm just going to use a little bit of that just to grease up the hot plate. So we're going to go down with the thick patties. So here we go. So what we've got here is a mixture of chuck and brisket in there. What you're always looking for in a good beef patty is a high fat content, because that's what's going to lubricate the burger, keep it juicy. It's also for all the flavours as well. So that's a combination of chuck and brisket that we use at the restaurant. And all of our beef is grass-fed and dry aged, and it comes from a guy called Johnny Morris, who lives about sort of 6-7 miles from the restaurant. So it's all very local, and it's not always Hereford cattle, although mainly it is sort of Hereford breed cattle, but there is some Hereford Dexter sort of crosses, but it's all cattle from Herefordshire. So, right, the way that we do our thick patties is we also squish them down, so we're going to put a little bit of pressure on there.
How many burgers do you reckon you made in your life, Murph?
Oh man, I really don't know. I think it's got to be, I don't know, what do you reckon?
I reckon you probably made around close to 250,000 maybe?
It's possible, isn't it? I mean, we've been doing it for, all this is like about 10 years, yeah, maybe about 250,000. Well, they reckon it's 10,000 hours on anything until you become
a master.
A master of it. Have you done anything for 10,000 hours, Lee? Listen to me talking, I imagine.
Yeah. I'm a master at just nodding when you're talking.
Yeah. It's a good relationship, it works well. I like talking and Lee listens. I wouldn't say you like listening.
No, but I've mastered looking interested.
Yeah, you do it quite well. Yeah. Right. So on this one, on the Dirty Boy, we have bacon. I'm just going to go grab some bacon now. Here's some bacon I prepared earlier. So I'm just going to bring that back to life on the grill. So for the Dirty Boy, we do have bacon in it, but for the OG Boy, because it's more sort of like a diner style burger, we're not going to put bacon in that one. I don't think you need it, really.
You tell me.
Well, you're going to find out in a minute. So like I said, the smash patty is all about sort of increasing that sort of crust level. So I think the nice thing about bacon in a burger is it does give it a bit of crunch, which I think is good for the thicker patty. I don't think you need it so much with the thinner sort of diner style one. So what's your favourite sort of burger experiences beyond the Beefy Boys? Where have you had a nice burger?
When we went to that Bullets and Burgers, that was a fun old day.
That was a fun day.
Yeah.
Yes, we were
in a shooting range, we went in a monster truck, and then he made us some burgers. The burgers were...
They're all right.
They were quite nice.
Yeah,
they were. Yeah, that was good, wasn't it?
What about Burger, the Gordon Ramsay one in Las Vegas?
That was quite nice.
I quite enjoyed that one. I thought that was quite good. And they cook all theirs over wood there, so that was quite a nice one. I'm a fan of In-N-Out when we we've had the In-N-Out burgers over there.
Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, that is what it is, isn't it?
It's a posh McDonald's,
yeah,
really. But it is a good one.
The Heart Attack Grill, that was those burgers were fucking vile. but it was a fun experience.
It was a fun experience.
I mean, but that's the thing with it, isn't it? It's like the food is, it's almost like it's like purposely shit.
Yes, yeah.
But the experience is there.
Their whole shtick at the Heart Attack Grill in Vegas is, you know, to make you have a heart attack, basically. So the milkshakes come with a bit of lard in the top. It's like, it's worth going.
Oh yeah. No, I enjoyed the experience, but the food wasn't the best food I've ever had.
Wasn't the best burger I've ever had, no. But I mean, it's a lot easier now, especially in the UK, to get a decent burger than it was, you know, sort of when we started. It was just McDonald's, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or kebab shops that were doing burgers. But now, you know, you get sort of a decent burger up and down the country, really.
Yeah.
Shouldn't really be mouthing other people off or reviewing other burger restaurants. The Beefy Boys is the only one you need, really.
Yes. So,
you know, I'm showing you how to make it now, so you can make this at home. So one of the key elements on any burger is crust. And it's always important, even on a thicker burger, to get that good crust. So what you're looking for is a nice crust on the outside and a nice juicy sort of centre. And the other thing is to not muck about with them. Don't, you know, keep squeezing them. See people cooking burgers at home, they're squeezing the juice out the whole time. Just flip them, squeeze them once, leave them. Because meat contracts when it cooks, yeah? So your patty will be flat like that, and as it cooks, it's going to go up. Some people put a thumbprint in the middle of it to stop that. I just like to give it a wiggle. I find it removes the fibres and sort of keeps it all going. So flip that one over, little wiggle like that. And again, a little wiggle. Oh, we're getting some good crust on there. So right, I think that bacon's about there. So I'm going to put the dirty onions on here now. So here's our dirty onions that have been done in the dripping, and the garlic and a bit of thyme. So it's like really posh fairground onions is the best way to describe them. So we're going to give that a few more minutes. Now another good way of knowing sort of when your burger's getting there is when you see the sort of juices sort of rising to the top. You know, they're cooking through the patty. When they start sort of rising, that's the point where you probably want to flip it and get ready to sort of steam it. So here we go. Take that one over again. Take that one over. Bacon on, and then we're going to steam it, which is highly important for a decent burger. Right, and then lids. Where's that cloche gone? Ah, keeping it down here. Right, ready? So that whole steaming process is something that we've always done ever since, I think, from our Mark 1 burger. We've always sort of steamed it, and it's something we sort of picked up from diners in the States, and it does a couple of things. It melts all that cheese is the first thing it does, because you want that cheese to be good. Some people come into the restaurant, they order burgers without cheese, that's fine, but they're wrong. Do you know what I mean? There is nothing better than the cheeseburger. It kind of sort of makes it.
Yeah.
So we're melting this cheese now, and on this one we're using double American. Now, some people get funny about American cheese on a burger. Again, they're wrong. It is, without a doubt, the best cheese for a burger. So it's got a real low melting point, it's got a nice saltiness. And when you think of a burger, it's that American cheese sort of flavour that I always sort of think of. Some people like to put cheddar on it and things like that, which you can do, but you know, I find it a bit overpowering.
Yeah, it's a bit too strong, isn't it, cheddar on a burger?
It is, and when cheddar melts, like the fat starts coming out of it, it can make your burger look overly greasy. I know I'm about to put some beef dripping onions on it, but still. All right, so there we go. Let me check this. Yes, nice. Right, so I'm going to put that down there. Yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, now we're going to put the onions on the top. So here we go. Put that on there. And then onions onto there. Yeah, so like I said, people do get funny about the whole American cheese thing. And it's like, well, you know, I wouldn't put it on a cheese board at Christmas, but to put it on top of a burger is, I don't think there's much better sort of cheesy for it than that. So that is our thick patty burger, the Dirty Boy.
Yep.
So we'll let them sort of sit there for a minute, and while we cook the smash patty burgers. Now, so that sort of whole cooking process was like, you know, I don't know, what, 5 minutes, something like that, to cook those?
It felt less so.
Was that because I was so, you know,
I was enthralled.
The things I was saying were so interesting, wasn't it? You know, time just flies like that. I'm sure it has for the viewers at home as well. So the next step is we're going to do the smash patty. Now these are really, really, really quick to cook. And we're going to use the burger press for that. So the idea with this is we're going to smash them onto the grill as thin as possible, So pretty much smash patties are literally just crust. There's a maximum sort of like caramelization and flavour. We're only going to season one side because they're so thin. If you season both, they get way too salty.
So that's what I've noticed when I've had smash patty in the past, that they have got the danger of being too salty.
Yeah, they do. And I think when we've been trying them in the past before, I think we have been seasoning both sides. And I quickly realised you only need to season the one because they're so thin. So hopefully it won't be too salty for you today.
Fingers crossed.
I shall try my best. Okay, so there we go. So these patties are literally half the size of the thick ones. So now we're going to squeeze these down. Just go as thin as possible.
So the other thing I've seen with this as well is if it's cooked for too long, the burger can shrivel up to the size of like a 50p piece if you're not careful. Yeah, you've got to move quick with these. So like basically all meat when it cooks, it sort of shrinks because obviously the fat's sort of rendering out of it. So yeah, you've got to move quick. Otherwise, yeah, they do completely sort of go into little sort of hockey pucks. And one of the most important things with a burger, I think, is that the patty has to be the same size as the bun. Nobody in the world wants to eat a burger where they have to chew through bun to get to the meat. It's one of my real pet hates when I have a burger anyway. If it's like the bun's like this and the patty's in the middle, it's, you know. What about if the bun's like that and the patty's like that?
I'm alright with that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't mind chewing through meat to get to the bun. It's just chewing through bun to get to the meat that I am not a fan of. So, you see these sort of like curling up on the edges. Now this isn't going to take sort of very long sort of at all. And one of the nice things about smash patties is you get these sort of little holes in the patties and little sort of crevices, but they just get filled by the cheese. So, you know, it's all really nice. Now we're going to flip them. Now you've got to be real careful to not leave any of that crust on the grill, because you want to be maintaining all that. And again, you also don't want to be squeezing any of the juice out. So right, now we're going to cheese this up. Now for this one, we're using a combination of American and Swiss. And the great thing about Swiss, it's probably my second favourite cheese for a burger, is you get like a stringy sort of mozzarella-y style pull on it, you know, right, you get that. And it's a real creamy sort of thing. So you get the sort of salty flavour from the American. And then you get the stringy sort of nuts from the Swiss. What I've also found about these ones is they hold their heat like so well.
What, the smash?
Yeah, they like, I literally burnt the roof of my mouth off the other day.
You're greedy, that's why.
I am greedy, yes, yeah. I've been testing out the menu at the restaurant recently because we're doing some new sort of things. So I've literally been having sort of 5-6 burgers a week, and it's not doing me any good. I'm piling the pounds on. Yeah. So yeah, I've been piling the pounds on. And I've been trying breakfast stuff as well. So having things like French toast and pancakes, and it's kind of amazing, but it's not sustainable.
Wow, it's funny watching your mates get fat, and you've got someone you can take the mick out of.
Okay, there we go. Now look at that. All that sort of melted cheese. Oh my word. So you're going to stack these on top of each other. And they remind me, my favourite burger at McDonald's, because I don't mind a McDonald's. Yeah,
it's got its place, hasn't it? You know, I quite often on a Sunday go and have a Macca's.
I think it's my favourite of the food chains, to be honest. Like, you know, I way prefer McDonald's over Burger King.
Oh yeah.
I'll eat it, but
you'll eat anything though, won't you?
I will. So this kind of reminds me of the double cheeseburger, which I think is like the best thing that McDonald's do. So yeah, so we've got the 2 dirty boys with the thick patty, and then we've got the 2 OG boys with the smash patties. So let's try the thick one first. So we'll go for the dirty boy. Let's chop it out to make. Right, here we go. Okay, so. All right, ready?
Yeah. That's good, isn't it?
Well, it's actually a thick patty. Still juicy.
It's still pink as well.
Nice bit of crust on there because it's a thicker patty. Still got all the juice inside.
That's good. I'm so hungry.
That is good. Right, so that's our thick patty. I mean, if you want to be scientific about it, I guess we probably should have made identical burgers.
We made sense.
Would, wouldn't it? But you have to use your imagination. I think it's good to try different types. Cool. All right. So that's good? Good? Right. So, that's with gherkins, that's without. So, do you want to just go for it?
No, go on, cut in half again.
So that's one without gherkins, Lee. So get in. What do you reckon?
Well, for me it's thick.
Perfect.
What about you?
I do love them both. I think they're very sort of different. One's more like, the thicker patty's more like a gourmet sort of burger.
Yeah.
Whereas the thinner stacked patty is more like a
fast foodie.
Like a fast foodie thing, but obviously we're using really high-end meat and a bun, really good quality bun.
Yeah.
Good quality stuff. So it is like a fast foodie burger, but done really, really well.
It's the weird thing with it, because like sometimes I do order this in a restaurant, and you have a bite, and it's like, oh, it's like a McDonald's, but then it's like, it's not, because it's a lot nicer. But yeah, it reminds you of it.
I mean, the thing is as well, I think if you're going to be ordering a well-done burger, you're far better off ordering a smash patty than you are trying to get a thick burger to be cooked well done.
Yeah.
So I think if you lean more towards having your meat sort of well done, I'd definitely advise ordering it smashed, because it's just juicier than a well done thick patty, isn't it?
Yeah.
By the time you cook a thick patty to well done, it's going to be dry, but because thin patties get cooked so quick, they're going to be much more juicy. So yeah, I do really love them both. I couldn't really decide, but for you it's the thick.
Yeah.
Well, so for you guys at home, you can either try it out yourself, try making a thick one, try making a thin one, or you can come to the Beefy Boys and we'll make it for you. We will charge you a small fee, smallish fee to do it, but you know, you don't have to wash up. You don't have to worry about going and buying the stuff.
You might get to see Anthony Murphy making his 250,000th burger.
Yeah, you might do. You might do. You might get to see Lee listening to me talk about myself and what I'm doing. So, we're good.
Lovely.
So, thank you very much for watching, guys. And remember, like and subscribe.
Yes.
Is it on?
Yes, boss.
Well, can you see me, Ronald?
Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks for watching, folks. I'm Tommy, and when I'm not chasing the Beefy Boys in person, I'm following them all over YouTube. You can too. Just subscribe here. Don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. Oh, God damn it, Ronald!
Sorry, boss.